So the Supreme Court sided with Donald Trump on the Alien Enemies Act to deport Tren de Aragua gang members. In fact, speaking of which, just this week, ICE announced the arrest of Ander Cortez Mendez, a convicted illegal alien child sex offender in Virginia, who had been released by local law enforcement after ICE reached out to them and said, hey, we see that you've got a child sex offender that's in the country illegally in one of your jails. How about you hand him over to us so we can get him the hell out of this country? And the local law enforcement in Virginia decided that this was the hill they were willing to die on. And rather than comply with the orange man, with Donald Trump and Dr. Phil over at ICE, they would rather put a child sex offender back on the street that was untraceable because he wasn't in this country legally. Nobody knows where he's going to go. He just fade away or go reoffend. Who knows? Because that's the reality, is that these blue states they don't value the illegal immigrants. These people are pawns in a game to them. But they value scoring political points over community safety. That's never been more clear. Why on earth, when ICE says, hey, you've got a violent child sex offender that's not in this country illegally, we want to get rid of him, why would you let him out unless it was to let him escape? So ICE rounded him up, and now they got him leaving the country. I'm sorry. No, if you commit and are convicted of a sex crime in this country and you're here illegally, I don't care if it's against a child or an adult or whatever, we should hang you in the most brutal, disgusting way possible. And we should let your body dangle for a week so people know what the fuck happens when you do that shit in this country. Public execution in the most brutal fashion possible, and then leave the receipts for the rest of these scumbags that want to think about doing it. But anyway, so the Supreme Court sided with Trump 5-4. They're going to allow him to use the Alien Enemies Act to deport these violent gang members. And of course, we've got the 3 liberal judges and then our good friend, Trump appointee, Amy Coney Barrett. All decided that they were going to side with these violent drug cartels over the American people. Mind you, they're not ripping families and children from homes. They're shipping violent criminals that have committed an attack and an invasion on this country in more ways than one to an El Salvadorian prison. And Amy Coney Barrett, the supposed conservative Christian judge, sided with those gang members over you. Look at this video of her. I don't know what's gotten into this woman. She's basically just a liberal that hates abortion. That's her only issue, that she's sided with the right on here. Look at this video of her. This is after Trump's speech in front of Congress. This is the look she gave him. It's just weird. I don't know. It's like disdain. Am I reading that wrong? Or are you seeing that too? Because you know how that look that women give people they don't like. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know.
Where they size them up and then they look away. Play that one more time for the audience so they can see that. This is that look. Look up, sizes him up, looks away, and just scowls. You all do that when you see someone you don't like, specifically other women. Mia's the worst at it. Mia has laser beams that she will stare through people's souls. So what's going on with Amy Coney Barrett? Is she compromised? Is she getting money from somebody? What's going on with her? Look at this picture here. I have a theory. This picture here, her and those are the 4 female justices. She's the only conservative one. Doesn't that what the View has really gone downhill, hasn't it? Amy Coney Barrett does kind of look like a great value version of Pam from The Office.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. You got Pam Beasley off Temu. You know what I mean? But so I have a theory here. I think Amy Coney Barrett is caught up in a massive scale version of the movie Mean Girls. I think she's got a choice. Who's she going to the bathroom with during the day, bumping into? I don't think that they allow transgender. I don't think any of the 5 male justices are transgender. but you got 6 conservatives, 3 liberals. Only one of those conservatives is a woman. Now, you might be able to get into female psychology a little bit better than me. Do you think that might be part of what's going on? That she doesn't want to hang out with the dudes, but so she doesn't want to be rejected by the women? So she's siding with them more and more? Is this like a clique thing? Or am I being incredibly sexist right now?
I mean, it could be. I mean, that's the thing that happens.
I don't think it's too far beyond the pale here. I think it's something that at least warrants a conversation. Is there like a peer pressure thing going on here to side with the other women? Because she doesn't strike me as a tomboy that would be cool just kicking it with the other 5 dudes on the court. So she's in a weird middle spot where she doesn't agree ideologically with the women, but you've also got a natural inclination to want to hang around people of your own gender in a social friendship type setting. That's just how it goes for the most part. Unless you're a gay man or a girl that's a tomboy. Those are the exceptions. That's not always the exception, but it is. Those are the predominant ones. I'm not saying you can't have friends of the opposite gender, but you're naturally going to be more inclined if you work with people, because those are her coworkers. If you work with people from both genders, you're naturally going to be inclined to want to hang out at company outings and happy hours and parties with the people of the same gender as you. That's just a natural human impulse there. So I almost wonder if this is like a Mean Girls thing, and she's, instead of on Wednesdays we wear pink, it's on Wednesdays we let pedophiles and violent drug traffickers continue to rampage through the country. Could that be what she's doing? On Wednesdays we wear communist red. Could that be what she's doing here? I'm asking questions. And it's further proof that we need to repeal that goddamn 19th Amendment.
I agree.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, be sure to click the link in the description to get the full episode on Rumble. If you prefer to listen along, you can actually get us on Spotify, Spreaker, and iHeartRadio. You can also go to www.outlawstreamers.com to learn more about not just my show, but tons of other great shows and all the exciting projects they have coming up. Follow my socials at Caleb Isn't Funny on Twitter and Instagram, at Caleb Salvatore Comedy on the Chinese Spy app that is TikTok, and be sure to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thanks, and we'll see you every Saturday for brand new episodes of That's Based. Peace.